Planning is a fucking disaster in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Our cities, most of the time, are planned by idiots from the 1800s who laid down small dirt tracks thinking, ah, yes, we'll be traveling by horse in 500 years. It doesn't matter if this city is a goddamn circle and nothing makes sense and you can't get to this place from there and you gotta go all the way through the city to get to one other part. Like, I'm okay. So I'm gonna dox myself here. I live in a city that is just a big fucking circle. Like, I'm not joking. Here, I'll send a picture of it. I'll take off the stuff on here so I can like at least not show my exact location. But like, oh my god, this stuff is awful. The city is like okay, so actually no, I can't. I can't. I forgot how to turn off labels on Google Maps. You have one ring that they call like you have a ring that is just a highway with exits and stuff. And then you've got several smaller rings inside that ring, and then you've got grid cross sections. Now this might seem like it's a decent layout because it's like, oh well, you know, if you don't want to go through the city, just go on the circle road and cross around. Yeah, no, that takes you 30 fucking minutes to get from one end of town to the next. Going through the town is more stressful, but it actually gets you there quicker. The thing is, the police stations are all located on the north end of town, and all the fire stations and ambulance depots are on the southern end of town.
That doesn't seem like a good coverage area,
Oh,
as
it's
any
awful.
SimCity builder would know.
It's so bad. Police response time for my neighborhood is 20 minutes. Ambulance
Ooh.
response time for my neighborhood is about 5. However, on the north end of town, where I think they did this, I don't know if they did this intentionally. Police response time in the north of town is super quick, and that's usually where all the crime is, so I guess that makes sense. But then if you ever need an ambulance because grandma's having a heart attack or your uncle's choking on his turkey on Thanksgiving, you're going to have to wait 30 fucking minutes because that ambulance is going to have to navigate through downtown traffic, and then it's going to have to cross the entire city.
And I bet there's not enough room for one just to cross down the middle of that road.
Oh, God, no. God, no. It is
Okay.
packed. It is, like,
Sounds
2
like
lanes
Pontiac.
everywhere. Actually, let me get a good look at Pontiac from the air. I bet you it's going to make me have a fucking aneurysm.
It's not
Where
much of a
is it?
circle.
Oh, no,
say.
you guys are more of, like, a rhomboid.
Yeah. So you'll be able to take Woodward, but sometimes Woodward can be jammed packed with people like going from one side of Pontiac to another.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, you've got a really similar problem.
okay, yeah.
Woodward runs through the middle, that's Broadway for us. And then you've got that inner loop there that is also Woodward. And then you've got the 75 that comes from the east and heads south, comes up north. Yeah, you've got a really similar problem.
Here's a problem and a solution. Because of my, I won't say exactly where,
Mm-hmm.
but because of where I used to live, they had a system. Because the ambulance couldn't just go through Woodward all the time. Sometimes they need to make a faster route.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll cut through the road next to my house, and that's a very like quiet neighborhood until you have ambulance coming all night. Just woo! What the fuck? What the fuck? You wake up from like a haze dream, and I'm like, oh god, I don't even know where I'm at right now. So you'll have that all throughout the night, and because that's the fastest route for them to get through traffic, and that becomes a solution for them, but a problem for residents.
All right, I've got a photo of by far my least favorite section of road in the entire continental United States, and I'm not joking when I say this. Now you look at it and you're just like, oh, it's a regular like clover-shaped interchange. No, when you come down off of the upper road, you come down onto the lower road, there's no lane for you to move over, and there are people coming from the cross section going 90 miles an hour because they're idiots. You can end up completely missing your opportunity to get onto the 64 coming off of the 265 just because some asshole was mad dogging you in that middle section there, and you'd end up getting on and heading the other wrong way. It's miserable. I hate this piece of shit interchange so much.
Right.
Avoid that. Like, avoiding that at all costs has become my life's mission. Now,
Damn.
if people are gonna ask me, well, Ryan, what's a well planned city? I'll give you some. Salt Lake City's really well planned. I do like how they've kind of everything. Well, Salt Lake City's a weird grid, and if you're out there, civic planners, and you're planning on revamping the layouts of your streets by listening to a podcast that I don't know why you're doing that. Grids. Only ever make it a grid system. That is literally the only way it should be, ever.
It should look like the tri-state area.
The circle shit is stupid. Don't do it. I don't care. Oh, well, my grandma, great grandpappy built this road here, and no. Fuck your grandpappy. This shit's stupid. I don't want to have to deal with this. I would like a grid. And the best cities I've seen for this, Boise, Idaho's really good. Los Angeles is awful. Don't care, but it is a grid. New York, you can get around if you just like. Yeah. New York's really interesting. You can get around if people tell you where a thing is. Like, oh, it's on the corner of Fifth and whatever the fuck. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go to Fifth and then look for whatever the fuck.
Yeah, is go 3 blocks, then turn left, then go another 3 blocks, and then you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's easy. I would be able to walk all of New York if I knew that kind of system. So it's no wonder people like walk everywhere in that city. Like there's no reason to drive.
So I'm looking up the worst planned cities in America because I really want to see what people think, or if the city that I'm thinking about is even on there. Houston. Houston, Texas is apparently the worst designed city in the United States.
Okay. What's the system?
The problem in the city lies with comprehensive planning, which results in the development decisions being made without proper examination of their impacts to the neighborhoods as a whole. Patchwork approach combined with long commute times and poor public transit has health effects as well, as Houston is traditionally ranked the fattest city in the U.S.
The fattest?
Fattest, yes.
Yeah,
big chungus type shit.
You know what? That makes sense because if you've ever seen the Super Size Me documentary, they'll list like what is the fattest cities in like the U.S.
Oh,
Detroit used to be number 3. I don't think it's number 3 anymore. It's gone down, thank God. But I think, Houston was number 1. Houston.
Oh my God! Imagine living in this place.
Because everything is big here.
Imagine living in that. What the fuck is this?
I gotta see it. I gotta take a look. Houston grid system. Okay.
No, I sent a photo to the Discord.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, ew. Okay, you gotta set up some. There's got to be 3 or 4. No.
What makes sense here? What is happening?
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Hi guys, welcome to my first ever episode of City Skylines Let's Play. We're gonna design a city by throwing spaghetti at a board.
Okay, speed run of how to get around. Okay, I'm lost. Okay, fuck this, guys. Have a good night.
Let's ask for directions. Oh, I don't frickin' know where you're going. Oh, okay, cool.
Apparently Boston is very poorly designed. I could see that. Atlanta's poorly designed. I can vouch for that. Atlanta sucks. I don't like driving in that city. LA is number 5. Washington, D.C. is number 6. Yeah, Washington, D.C. I can imagine is really fucking stupid since they got a big old pentagram as a street layout.
Oh my God.
Did you not know that?
No. I was gonna say, like, would the best system be like a star shape?
It does not work. It's really bad.
I'm sorry, Augie. You said something. I cut you off there.
Well, I'm just looking up to see like where this pentagram is in the DC area.
It looks like
I've got a few in here.
It's
like through just a simple
fucking Christ! What the fuck?
Oh,
you guys hear that?
I heard a little bit of a
No.
banging noise, just a little bit.
Holy shit!
I did not.
I'll
I'm
be right
sorry.
back.
Go
Okay.
check it out, dude.
Yeah,
We're looking up like weird symbols here through streets and whatnot.
I got what DC was it? It was
Like DC.
okay. Washington.
Like I've got this one that was
See,
from
I told you when they
Spielberg's?
turn the Deus Ex piss filter on, things get really weird.
Oh god.
I don't know what happened. It scared the G. Oh, that scared me.
It looks like there's a lot of star-like it looks like
The entire.
what's it called? Like hatchwork, I think?
Oh,
In like a drawing sense.
Okay.
Well, it's like going in one direction and then it's like turned at like a 60 or 70 degree angle, and then you just like draw some lines again there, and some of it looks like there are definite stars in here.
Yeah, that does a little bit of a pentagram. Yeah, that's weird.
It's like by the Potomac River, like in between Eastern Branch, Potomac River, and like by Georgetown, or is it Georgetown? I don't know. It's got the capital like straight in the center there.
You know what it is? Someone made the map thinking that this was the end that they wanted to, and it was just some guy making a simple star. So it looks really bad.
Some guy was like, shit. This is gonna be the capital of the thing. We got to make it look big and important. We'll put a big fucking star right here on the map. That's where it's gonna be. And somebody took it and was like, oh, okay, cool. I see what you want to do here. Yeah, we'll do it. And then they started laying out the paths.
Look, hey Chuck, you think this kind of looks like a like oh shit.
Well, from what I hear, that's not the worst accidental architecture disaster that the U.S. has had.
Really?
At Coronado Naval Base, there is a building that is shaped suspiciously like a swastika.
Where's that place again?
Coronado, let me look it up. I'm looking it up to see kind of what where it is exactly. Yeah, San Diego, California.
Okay.
San Diego, California, and there's a gigantic, I think it's like a learning hall or something, like a dormitory.
Oh,
It is just a
Here it is.
gigantic swastika.
Oh my god.
there's actually like several, it seems.
Oh.
It was architect John Mock, who designed this building in the 60s during a time when things like Google Satellite had not been dreamed up yet.
Yeah, nobody'll notice. We'll be all right.
We're just gonna have to
Yeah.
hope they don't invent this thing called the satellite.
Now the best part is the Navy spent $600,000 of taxpayer money to try to hide it from satellite, from looking like a swastika. All they did was plant trees. It still looks like a swastika, but now it's got trees around it.
Now I only picture some kid growing up to be an architect and just making that S that you see on desk.
Oh,
Oh, we gotta do an episode that talks about what the fuck that thing even is, because no one knows exactly, and everybody's got different theories.
I don't know what that is either, and I'm very interested as well. Like, we'll put that on the list because
Absolutely.
Because I always thought it was just some like fits of Wade, but I guess it's not. If we're talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I don't know. We'll see. But let's. Are you done with your subject? By the way.
So yeah, what I'll
yeah.
cap it off real quick by saying is if you're interested in civil engineering, first of all, good for you. That's great. Just stay on that. It's really, really cool. Please pay attention to what you're doing. Don't let people bully you into making decisions you don't want to make. If some idiot says, "Hey, we're putting up a new city out here," because the other cities are filled with the dead, and the wild hounds are barking at our back doors. We gotta move. Don't let them design it in a fucking circle. Circle cities are literally ridiculous. They're the worst, and you should feel bad if you've ever thought about designing something like that.
Yeah, it's just it's a great moneymaker. Believe me, we will need plenty of cities and buildings. So, good luck with that. But moving on.